What is going on, guys? See if I can get this crazy camera straight.
Welcome to Alpha Charlie
Oh, we
Concepts.
don't want all that nonsense going on. What's going on, man? Craig, what's happening? I am trying to get the laptop set up so I can freaking see the comments. Let's see. Let me rearrange something real quick. Yep, that'll be in front of the camera. Well, shoot. All right, we'll just leave it like it is. Can y'all hear me okay? The volume all right? Zombie, what's happening? Well, so far, all you've missed is me freaking moving the camera around, moving the laptop around so I can see the comments, all that kind of exciting stuff. And now all the lovely background noise because someone turned the water on and the pump's running. I'll go ahead and warn you guys ahead of time. If you're expecting a earth-shattering, groundbreaking, news-making live chat today ain't today. I ain't really got nothing important to talk to you about today. I just wanted to check in and see what you peeps was doing. I got one little thing I'll show you, but let's see. Give it another minute. Well, there's steadily people coming in. BDU Extreme Line. That I don't know because the BDU Extreme Line was done in conjunction with ATAX themselves. So that's kind of, as I understand it, and I could be wrong, but as I understand it, that's kind of an exclusive thing between TrueSpec and ATAX. So I don't know if they'll be coming out in any other patterns in the BDU Extreme Line or not. I suspect it would probably depend on A, what kind of contractual agreements they've got with them, but also what kind of popularity there is if there ends up being a lot of demand for other patterns. So that's the short and sweet one. Yeah, Independence Day was pretty good. Just chilling out with the family, not doing a whole lot. Yeah, and the TRUs are good. I mean, I've got multiple sets of those. I mean, I just like the BDU Extreme line because I like the design just a wee bit better, and it's a little lighter weight Nikon material. But TRU line still works really good. So, oh, for the love of Pete! All right, so I guess I'll throw you guys this little teaser up. So, actually, let me wait until that stupid thing stops. Hang on a second. So I ain't got freaking background noise running like mad. That either means my wife is running the washing machine or the dishwasher, one of the two. So, all right, you guys know I really love this KS47 pistol. As is, it's darn near perfect in my eyes. I mean, with the Cyclops and the SB brace on it, this is a ridiculously handy, functional, all around general purpose gun. I mean, if the zombies or Antifa or whoever showed up tomorrow, I would not hesitate to grab this gun and start stacking cordwood. Here's my question though. What could I possibly do to make it better? The only thing I can think of that would make it better will be to do that to it. That's the only thing I can think of that will make it mo better. So stay tuned. We're going to find out how she likes being a little bit quieter and seeing how it runs with that. Video coming up on that as soon as I can get it done. So let's see. Yes, but that's no fair because you already knew about it. Let's see. Tom M. Chinese what? I'm missing something here. All I see is Chinese from you. So yeah, I'm going to see how the KS47 likes having a suppressor on it. I would like to get that done this weekend, but don't hold me to it. I gotta. Oh, that yeah, Chinese zombies. Whoever decides that they want to help make the green grass grow. Just saying. Oh, that thing's just running like a Singer sewing machine. It just doesn't stop. Doesn't stop at all. I don't hold your breath on SKSs because, as I understand it, most of them are either coming from China or Russia, and the various import bans and stuff on those have all but killed SKSs coming in. Don't hold me to that, but I don't see more of those coming in. Now I could be wrong, so take it for what it's worth. But anyway, so I did a video on this, and I'll be uploading it tonight. It should be live tomorrow, but since you guys here, I'll go ahead and tell you. So if you hear this now, then you probably won't watch the you won't want to watch the other video because it'll be covering the same thing. ATF just recently released a clarification letter on measuring the overall length of pistols, and if you've got a folding adapter on there to put a brace on or whatever. All the big wig channels have done videos on it, so you can go watch all the details with that. But there was questions I kept seeing, and they were all along the lines about people constantly asking these questions, right? So here's part of the problem. People keep sending letters to ATF asking for clarification on all these minuscule arbitrary things, and it forces ATF at some point to have to take a position and send out a clarification letter. Now, part of this is done by anti-gun people, anti-gun groups. They are intentionally trying to put ATF on the spot and get them to make rulings on things. Even though ATF should not be able to make rulings on things, they're not Congress. Only Congress can make a law. It is what it is. So, the other problem that goes with that, besides the antis doing it, there are gun people who are doing it as well. I know for a fact there are, because I've talked to them, I've also read the comments, there are a lot of people that have a lot of money tied up in their registered NFA SBRs, and they did so as investments, and they absolutely despise and loathe AR pistols, AK pistols, anything along those lines with a brace on it. They absolutely hate it because the reality is it somewhat devalues their SBR. Those people are intentionally sending letters in to try to get ATF to clarify things and force their hand and cause problems. That's the sad state of affairs. So anytime you start seeing this stuff coming out, keep in mind that's probably the two biggest places that it's coming from. People that are gun owners but have got money tied up in their NFA stuff and don't like it, and those who are on the other side that have the same goal. It's sad but true. So that's coming out. Just keep that in mind. Let's see. Craig, I've got no doubt they probably see them. And I know there's probably a lot of them that are pretty embarrassed by it. Yeah, some of them aren't FUD. Some of them have got some serious firepower, but they don't follow the true intent of the Second Amendment. They're the ones that look at the Second Amendment as a hobby, as a sport, etc., which is all things that you guys know I absolutely loathe, because the use of that terminology is what's gotten us some of the restrictions that we have, such as the sporting clause, among other things. These guys buy NFA stuff as investments, a place to store money, just like anything else, and they hate anything that devalues it. They don't really care about the Second Amendment. They don't want their investment devalued. That's the bottom line. Yes, they're only referring to a vertical grip on anything shorter than 26-inch total. What they clarified was how you measure the total length. The total length is going to be measured if you've got a fixed extension on there from the end of that to the end of the muzzle, not counting a muzzle device unless the muzzle device is permanently attached. If you have a folding adapter of any kind on there, you have to measure it with the adapter folded. If you're using an AK, well, putting an AR type receiver extension on the AK to put a brace on it is not essential for the function of the weapon. Therefore, you only measure from the end of the receiver to the end of the muzzle minus the muzzle attachment. So they clarified all that stuff, which again, people should have just shut up and left well enough alone. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Let's see. Oh, sorry about that. Just sorry, message from a friend who's actually watching. What else? In case y'all haven't done it already, sorry, go give my friend Zombie Farmer a follow over on his channel. He's got a habit of speaking the uncensored and unfiltered truth, and it tends to trigger people sometimes. So go check his stuff out and show him some support. Yeah, see, George, the problem is I don't like carrying around a fence post because I did it for a long time, and my days of toting around fence posts are long over. I want light, compact, and fast. No problem, Zombie. You know I'm gonna send them your way. Zombie had some people unfollow his channel the other day because he posted a video and it showed the battle flag of the Army of Virginia behind his truck. My God, can you imagine the horror? I mean, seriously. Absolutely nuts, but like I said, people everywhere are so easily triggered. Yeah, I don't think this year, Black Dog. I think it's coming next year. I think next year will be the year because we'll be going through everything we've got stored up. Yeah, James, they're not. They're just fly-by-night. Well, I'm not even going to going to say it. They're not worth worrying about the fact that they left. Oh, that's true, Michael. It's what you do with it and how you do it, which is why you got to go get training. No matter how good you think you are, go get training because you can always be better. Always, always, always. Learned that a long time ago. See, there's a reason why I have no problem hitting the block and ban button on here for people on my channel. The ones that want to unsubscribe, y'all just saving me the trouble of having to block you. Thanks. Let's see. Unfortunately, George, I don't have any more Pincott material on hand. And unless I get a sizable number of them, I probably won't be, simply because what I got to go through to get material and the cost of it has kind of gotten prohibitive. So unfortunately, that's kind of gotten off the table for me. Northern Idaho. I hope it's cooler up there than it is here right now. Oh yeah, multicam tropic's not a problem. I got multicam tropic, regular multicam, um, the three ATAX pattern, the IX, FGX, and AUX. Got all those. Coyote Ranger Green. If y'all hadn't seen, I've got a little issue right now with Ranger Green gear because I am out of Ranger Green edge taping on my gear, and I had to switch to Camo Green, which Camo Green's kind of in between Ranger Green and OD Green. It doesn't look bad with Ranger Green Cordura, but the mill is out of 3/4 inch Ranger Green edge tape. So I don't have any choice until they get more in. I've been trying for months to get more, and they say they're getting it, but they can't give me an ETA when it's going to be here. So in the meantime, I had to switch. Well, I ran out some weeks ago, and I've been making gear with it and sending it out. I've been so wrapped up ever since my hospital stay, I forgot to get on here and make any kind of announcement to anybody that I was having to switch. And so far, nobody's had a problem with it except for one person. I had one guy that absolutely blew his cork because he got a piece of Ranger Green gear that didn't have 100% matching Ranger Green edge tape on it. Oh my Lord. You would have thought that I had like pilfered his bank account and robbed him blind or something. So, needless to say, I had to take those items back from him, and I was nice and refunded him, but oh my gosh, people. Some of the things that people get wound up about, I mean, I'll even show you guys. This is the Ranger Green piece of gear. That's the Camo Green edge tape. It's ever so slightly a different color, okay? But it doesn't look bad or anything at all. And this guy absolutely flipped his lid over that. I guess I'm too busy out using my gear, practicing with it, getting it dirty, crawling through the woods, that I wouldn't really have noticed if that was a slightly different shade, because it's going to get dirty and not look that way for very long anyway. But I guess some people like to have showpieces to show off to their friends and have to be fashion conscious or something. I don't know. Let's see. Trying to catch up on comments here real quick. You guys are rolling them through. 72 would be lovely. California ammo ban. I think you need to get out of California if there's any way feasibly possible for you to do it, because it ain't going to get any better. Frank, you are correct. He probably won't. I'm probably biased, Tom, but I think ATAX AUX is probably a good choice, or even the IX. It just depends on the two environments. Um, Either one of those would probably work. But again, I'm biased. Let's see. I'm not going to get into my thoughts on that. Let's just say we patently disagree on everything. That's about it. The ATAX winter gear wise, I don't know. I do know that my buddy over at 241 Tactical, he's supposed to be making some of his tops, pullover tops, zip up tops, net gaiters, beanies, all that good stuff in the ATAC snow pattern. He's supposed to be getting the material in. That's what I was trying to say. Geez. Oh, already. You poor soul, you. No, there's nothing to talk about. See, this is my channel and I dictate what I talk about on here, not you. Nah, no worries, farmer. See, there are no logical arguments because I don't have to make logical arguments. It's my channel, see? And we're not even going to spend time on it. So, moving right along. British World War I uniform. That stuff's not bad. You should go check out my buddy, again, 241. He's got a lot of World War II pattern stuff right now that he's been putting out his pullovers and tops in. It's good stuff. If you like, the older World War II patterns, especially some of the German patterns, check that out. What else we got going on? Trying to think. I got a little video that should be going up tomorrow night with some odds and ends. What else? I can't show you any of the stuff that's in the video because that would be kind of pointless because I did a video on it. So, what else we got going on here? The Pooch, yeah, she's not a real big fan of the whole Independence Day celebration thing. And it didn't help that, like, all afternoon we had really bad thunderstorms. So the thunder's booming, and then when that eased up a little bit, all the outside booming started. So she's just now starting to recover a little bit. It's funny. You come through the front door, she will eat your face off. But thunder and fireworks, nope, she don't want nothing to do with those. Don't want nothing to do with thunder or fireworks. So other than that, she's doing okay. We were outside playing earlier, and I don't know if you can see all the... We tend to play a little rough with each other, and it makes it kind of difficult. There. I'm tired of people junking up the feed there because it makes it hard for me to see the better comments. There. Don't feed the trolls. All right. What else? Pretty sure he's one I've already banned, but anyway. Ain't got to worry about that problem no more. Let's see. Yeah, the problem with the welding glove, Frank, is all of them I find usually stop about mid-arm, and she goes from here to here. She goes for everything. Don, what's going on? Glad to have you here. So yeah, she. I'm probably gonna just pick up a full bite sleeve. Um, my my vet's a good friend, and he takes care of all of our sheriff's office canines, and I can get a full bite sleeve from him sometime. I just gotta get around to doing it. Well, she'll stop tearing up my arms. Of course, I also made the mistake of going out and running around the backyard with her with shorts on, and part of the whole thing with the bitey is with the clawy is as she goes to come up on you. So I've got a lot of nice scratches all over my legs too. So, my mistake. Covert Arid. I love the covert patterns. The covert Arid, the transitional, the woodland. I like all of them. The problem is they're just making it really hard to get the materials. Like I got a little bit of material in all three patterns from them. Um, Yep, there's another one. Let's just go ahead and nip that in the bud right there. Let's just make certain we clear this up real fast. I'm not afraid of any of you, okay? I can guarantee you that. I just don't have the time or tolerance to talk about things that I don't have any interest talking about. I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change my mind. So we're going to leave it at that. Sound good? Good deal. Undergarments. Um, Anything synthetic. Stay away from 100% cotton. Stay away from 100% cotton. Get heck, you ain't even got to get high end stuff. Just simple like I know it's gonna sound cliche, but the Champion line from Target. They make good stuff. Um, for t-shirts, I really like the True Spec dry release t-shirts. That's what I usually wear underneath my BDU tops. Um, Safi makes some poly cotton t-shirts that are really comfortable and cheap. You can get a 3-pack of them for like $15. Yeah, merino. I'm assuming you meant merino wool. Um, yeah, wool's good. I like the polyester cotton blend stuff or oh good lord with the see this is why I have such a brother, you wouldn't know a beta if it bit you in the back end, but I can guarantee you I could show you one. No, it's all good, Mr. D. It's all good, no worries. Yeah, they are. Yeah, what Frank's saying, the uh, the Under Armour stuff works good. Um, the the Walmart knockoff stuff, like I said, at Target, the Champion line of stuff that works good. Anything like that that's synthetic, it won't hold the moisture. It dries out really fast. So, what else? You've been summoned? Well, if it's she who must be obeyed, then you better run. I will talk to you later, my friend. Yeah, Tom, but how often for what we're talking about is burns going to be an issue? I mean, we're not in vehicles. We're not going to be worrying about flash fires. I'm going to be worried about being out in the woods, walking around the neighborhood, that sort of thing. That's when I'd be using it. So fire really isn't a big deal now. If you're talking about for military usage, where vehicles, flash fires, that sort of thing, that's where those softies come in that are a cotton polyester blend. They don't stick and it chars more like plain cotton does. I don't know why that's important, Alvin, but yes. So just to go back to that, Tom, I understand what you're saying because I've seen it too. It all depends on the usage in the environment. That's all it depends on. What else? It's just that. It's a chat. We're just talking, just discussing whatever. I'm catching up on comments. What else is on the agenda? So I'm assuming all you folks out there in California are making sure you're stocked up and prepared as you should be always, because those little rumblers that tend to happen out there. Sorry, I'm catching up on messages. Yeah, yeah, I imagine those are, man. Take care. I'll see you later. Why do these stupid pop-ups want to block what I'm saying? I'm seeing. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's a smart thing out there. See the difference between the uh, the earthquakes you guys get on the west coast. Y'all don't get any notice for those. Those big spinny things that come in and off the ocean over here on the east coast. At least we get a little bit of heads up on those, and you can kind of dodge them and get out of the way if you need to, or at least be ready for them. But those things y'all got to deal with out there, you don't get any warning or heads up. That gets old, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, I know you guys learn to live with it out there, but whew, that would be annoying. I've shot quite a bit of wolf gold, and I've never had a problem with it. Um, it's it's been as accurate as any other M193 load I've shot, and it works. So I don't hesitate to shoot it. It's not what I'm using right now, just because I've been getting good price on some other stuff locally, but I've shot plenty of it and never had a problem with it. All right, Cobra, have a good one. It's all good, John. See, the ones that go around saying what these guys are saying, it's classic liberal projection. They usually are what they accuse others of being. You can take that to the bank. Oh, Brent and I have talked at length about that. And we both want to make it happen. The problem is finding time to, A, coordinate the free time to do it, and B, one of us has got to travel. I either got to go to his place or he's got to come to my place. And that just complicates things with time, cost, expenditure, the whole 9 yards. It's a pain in the rear. Well, we've been talking about it for a couple of years now. So, what else? I don't know where you got the idea this was a military chat. I ain't talking about nothing military here. Yep. You just gave yourself away, dude. This guy that keeps doing this is somebody who trolled the channel once before, and I had to actually ban him, block him. So he's apparently triggered really bad, and I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I missed the part y'all talking about an IFAC. It's hard to say on a cost on IFAC. It just depends on what you want to put in it and what you're using it for. You know. Oh, I know, zombie. I know. They got no clue, brother. They got no clue. Oh, they're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. Let's see how long it takes for him to make another account. Why? Because they're pathetic wastes of oxygen with nothing else to do in their lives. That and their daddies didn't beat their butt enough as children. It's probably the most logical thing. What else? Let me see here. See, one of the quickest ways you can tell guys, just go look at their channels. There's there's no content on their channels. All it is just a bunch of channels they've got made simply to troll people with. That's it. That's literally their pastime. That's what gets them off and makes them tick. Let's see. What else? I told you it wouldn't be long, zombie. Told you it wouldn't be long. But it's all good. Sometimes you feel like a cat that has caught a mouse and just wants to toy with it a little bit, and you have to resist the urge. Oh no, brother! I told you I've been dealing with this for a long time. You ought to see the block list. It takes up quite a bit of page space. And I'm darn proud of that, I'll be honest. I am darn proud of it. Like I keep telling you, if you're taking flack, you're over the target. You are over the target. No, I haven't seen much on Tommy Robinson lately. Kind of fell out of the news. I think that's got something to do, Zombie, with the program that you're going through. I'm just going straight through the YouTube live chat option, so you can you can do everything right there in the menu. I've never had a problem with going straight through YouTube. Whichever one floats your boat and is in your price range, and depending on what you want to do with it. If you're trying to get the absolute most accuracy out of one, get a stainless one. If you're just using it for general purpose use, nitride or chrome line will be fine. I'm a big fan of Palmetto State Armory stuff. I really like Palmetto State Armory's nitrided stuff. You're getting good accuracy at a good price point and just about as much longevity as chrome lining. Works for me. Excuse me. Let's see. Black Dog, I wouldn't say I like it better. I probably like it equal to. I mean, I've had more than my fair share of, well, all the guns I've ever owned up until I started getting Palmetto State Armory stuff, including my very first two Palmetto State Armory guns, were all chrome lined. Everything since then has been nitrided. So I like them both. You know, I've gotten rounds through both. Accuracy wise, I would say they're my experience. The nitrided ones have been ever so slightly more accurate than my chrome lines, but that's like saying that a Mustang Saline is faster than a Mustang Cobra. It is, but to what extent? You know, I mean, people get wrapped up about that, and you got to keep it in terms of usable accuracy. Usable accuracy is the key. What are you actually going to be able to utilize with it? So from that point, it comes down to longevity. And in a semi-auto gun, nitride has so far and everything I've seen shown to be every bit as good as a chrome line barrel. So then you go on to price point. I can get nitrided barrels usually quite a bit less cost than a chrome line barrel. So all else being said, at this point, I'm going nitrided. Yeah, PSA is just putting out ridiculously good prices on stuff right now. I really wish I had some more disposable income because I would stock up a lot more than what I have. Oh, don't worry about them, Frank. They're easy enough to ignore. See, let me show you. Let me show you how you can ignore them. Watch. Poof. See there? See how easy that is? The PSA 308s? No, I don't. I don't have any of those. Simply because I just I don't want to go back to adding 308 into the mix. I lose my mind enough as it is just trying to keep 9 millimeter, 5.56, and 7.62 by 3.9 on hand. Um, I really don't want to have to add 308 into the mix, especially since I just don't have the money to keep stocking, 4, 5, 6 different calibers. Primary arms 2.5s are great optics. Oh, aspirin, Tylenol, ibuprofen, combination thereof. South Africa is an absolute nightmare. Shoot, pick up something from PSA, Black Dog. I don't think you'll be unhappy. Not unhappy at all. Where are we at time wise? All right, we're still doing good. We're still doing good. Yeah, see, that's another reason I just don't have the distance and range around here to take advantage of a 308. I mean, there's nothing that, realistically speaking, at the distances I've got, that a 308 is going to do any better than a 5.56 or 7.62 by 3.9 for that matter. Either way, it'll all work. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just have to disagree with you there because I'm just not a 20-inch fan. Toted one around for too long. 16 inches is as big as I'll go for something I'm going to carry around. Good evening, Mr. Morris. How are you? In fact, I even prefer 11 and a half, 10 and a half, even better than a 16 inch. I've shot the Gen 5. I like them. My tried and true go to is still an old Gen 3 that I've had for ages. But I mean, I love my 19X. That's my baby right there. So I really don't have a preference. A Glock's a Glock. Mmm, sausage. Now you're making me drool. We've slaughtered all the pigs that my cousin had, except for one, and we've pretty much went through all the meat. I think I got one rack of ribs left, and I'm in a bit of a conundrum. I want my wife to fix them so I can eat them, but if I do, then I won't have them no more. So I'm saving them to have so I can eat, but if I eat them, then I won't have them. Yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the rear. What else? Oh, it's never a bad time to fire up the grill. off of there. I can set that over there better. All right, there we go. Oh, let's see. We ain't going to go on too much longer. And I know everybody keeps saying it, but keep your eyes on the next year and a half. The next year and a half could be interesting. I won't make any predictions because too many variables, I think, to make predictions. However, that said, in discussions that I've had with family and friends, we're pretty much all in agreement that conditions are as right as they've ever been for that perfect storm to hit in the next year and 6 months. Yeah, I know, Zombie. There's a lot of different ways it could come, and that's part of the problem. The variables just makes it hard to predict and figure out where things are going. You know what's funny about those quakes? About 3 weeks ago, a buddy of mine sent me a video that a guy had done where he was kind of a amateur seismologist, and he had been watching all the swarms that were going on out there, and he straight up predicted, almost pinpointed, to where these past one just happened, that sometime in the next 4 weeks there'd be at least one, if not two, decent sized earthquakes hit. Sorry, and that was pretty interesting because he was watching for weeks now. They've been having all these little teeny ones that most people don't even notice or pay attention to, but they still get picked up by the seismographs. Yeah, Michael, they're not really changing how they define an AR pistol. They're just clarifying how you have to go about measuring the overall length of one to determine it being a pistol versus an AOW. That's the biggest issue. Because people won't freaking stop sending idiotic letters to the ATF. And if Yellowstone goes, most of us won't have the opportunity or ability to complain about it. Well, I think I've probably rambled on long enough, unless anybody else has got anything specific that they want to discuss. Well, I think idiots should be banned, yet here we are. Yay! Oh, you missed all the fun, Derek. I'm not leaving just yet, James. Just probably not much longer. Yeah, Derek, you missed all the fun. We had a plethora of trolls, and for some reason, they hurt my feelings. They said I was a beta male because you of all people would know how beta I am. In case y'all don't know, Derek there in the comments has been one of my best friends since about 12 years old. Zero Hedge always has good stuff on the economy. Sometimes I disagree a little bit with where he's going and what he's saying on stuff, but it's always good reading. I know, dude. That's what we were talking about. Hey, fishing with the 5-year-old versus this, bye. Priorities and all. Take that boy fishing and reel in dinner. Yeah, Puerto Rico's the last place I'd want to go. Oh, Michael, have you read the Charlie's Requiem series that's a collaboration between Walt Browning and Angry American? If not, I highly recommend it. The very first one is you can get the audiobook for free on Audio Fans, I think. Email me, I can send you a link for it. You can listen to the audiobook free on the first one, and then the other ones you can buy or you can do. See, there's another one. I know I'm so sad. I mean, can you see the sadness just washing across my face? And watch. The cool thing is, now I can be happy again. See? But yeah, you would really like the Charlie's Requiem series, Michael, because it is a no. Let's not get carried away now. It's never too hot for coffee. I'm just saying, never too hot. Anyway, Michael, the Charlie's Requiem is a parallel series with Angry American's books, with the Going Home series, right? But it takes place in downtown Orlando and around that general area. So it's the same universe, same timeline, same events, same everything, and it crosses over. I think you'd really like it. I just finished it's the third book, but technically I think the fourth one in the series, because the very first one they don't count as a book for some reason. So anyway, Charlie's Requiem. I can send you that. Oh, it's like I said, the first one's on Audio Fans, and the other ones you can get those on Audible. Let's see. Cards Empire, Derek. That's one that I've had a couple other people recommend too that I've been wanting to look into. Yeah, I've read Cold Camp like 15 times just because. I've never taken a class from Reed, so I can't tell you. I've trained under a lot of instructors, but Reed's not one of them yet. If I had the money and time, there's a whole bunch of instructors I'd still like to go take classes from. I'll let you know, Michael. That's like I said, that's one of a dozen other places I'd like to go. It's just time and money. And even if I had the money right now, I don't have the time. As you know, way backed up on orders. And if you're still stuck in California, make do the best you can with what you got, and if at all possible, find a way to get out and move somewhere free. That's the only thing I can say. All right, Tom, take care. Have a good one. Nah, nothing on the sub fire, Frank. Like I said, that's pretty much guaranteed. We're never going to know exactly what happened there. Um, too many questions and too many head scratchers there, which tells me it was something serious enough that we'll never really know what actually was going on. I really don't think. Oh, and Michael, I might be looking at having a few people come to my place and do some private stuff. So if I do, I'll let you know. And if it's where you can come participate, then you're welcome to tag along. But if I can get them to come to my place, then it'll be a lot easier for me, time and cost wise. Yeah, Black Dog. There was some stuff going around that about that we did too, but I never found any corroboration of it. Now, that doesn't mean that there wasn't. Just because I can't find corroborating evidence of it doesn't mean it didn't happen. But excuse me, I think it just goes back to we're never gonna we're never gonna know the truth, not publicly anyway. We may get some version of the truth, but never the actual full whole truth. Nothing wrong with Louisiana other than it being hot, just like we are here. 20 plus miles, you're making my back hurt just thinking about that. Well, the simple answer is I'd use whatever I had on hand. Probably right now, the main one I'd use is probably my Tactical Tailor Extended Operator Pack, just because of the size. Because if I'm going that far, I'm going to need a lot of stuff. But there's a couple others out there that I got my eye on that I would like to try out. Again, it comes down to money, and I ain't found that tree that it grows on yet. What else? Oh, we're into overtime now. Didn't intend on doing this for more than an hour, but yeah, that's the other option right there, zombie. Something that can haul a heck of a lot more weight than I can. Malice packs are great. I had one, loved it. I sold it to a friend that wanted it really bad, and I had my extended operator just because it worked good for me at the time, and no real reason to hang on to the other one. Nothing wrong with the Malice. Yeah, rest assured, anywhere I got to go, if I can load it up in the truck, that's what I'm doing. I couldn't tell you. That's one of the Eberly stock sky cranes, Michael. Gotcha. I'm really interested in that new Eberly stock Tomahawk pack. All right, zombie. Go take care of the missus there. Sorry she's got to work the night shift, but got to do what you got to do, right? Let's see where we're at here. Ooh, full 7 minutes into overtime. Gonna have to go get dinner in a little bit myself. If you guys don't have anything else super important to AZ Rat, what's going on? Oh, we were just talking the other day. We're trying to figure out when we can coordinate some time again. It's all about scheduling, but I do want to get Matt back, and he wants to come back. We just got to coordinate it. I believe he's been booted off Facebook again for the umpteenth time. Yep, go do what Mama says, Michael. We'll talk to you later. Yeah, I know, AZ. It's the wash, rinse, repeat, same story as always. It's like Groundhog Day. Scheduling and time. Sunday evenings are honestly some of the only free time I've got, and a lot of times that doesn't work for him. And yes, very familiar with the ban that they're trying to get put on the ballot in Florida in 2020. They want it real bad, but I don't know if they're going to actually be able to pull it off. What else? Boy, you guys got quiet. I can actually read the chats now. How do you manufacture rubbing alcohol? I haven't the foggiest idea. A chemist? I am not. Well, Mushroom Cloud, there's a lot that are, but unfortunately, we've also been invaded by, well, there's a couple terms I could use for them, but I'll be polite since it's Sunday and just say folks from up north have invaded Florida and brought their messed up ideologies with them. Oh, 10.5 inch pistols are awesome. Absolutely awesome. I know. That's why I was polite. I didn't use what I was going to say originally. No, Yankees is fine. There's a lot of Yankees that have come down here. But the it's not Yankees that are the problem. There wasn't any new guidelines. All they did was clarify how you have to measure an AR pistol to determine it being a pistol versus an AOW. They just clarified how you have to measure it. Yes, ding, 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 ding. Derek hit the nail on the head. That's the problem, getting people to actually do something instead of just talking and complaining about it. Yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate it. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine a 7.5. Couldn't even imagine it. You'd be like strapping hot dogs and marshmallows onto the end of it to barbecue them. Midwest Prepper, yes, they do. We've covered that. I got a video that'll go live tomorrow about it. But people do need to stop. Unfortunately, a lot of the folks that are writing are actual people who own guns. And they're doing it intentionally because they want there to be problems with having braces and AR pistols and all that. Couldn't tell you about that. When it comes to night vision, um, functional night vision and budget usually are two words that don't go in the same sentence together. Yeah, that's a sad thing when that happens. Yeah, I'll be talking about that in the video that goes live there in Midwest tomorrow. Matt does good stuff. Matt generally knows what he's talking about whenever he puts stuff up. He's been around a little bit. Yeah, I don't know much about ATN stuff. The only thing I've ever dealt with is PVS 14. So I don't know. I'm not really into gun channels per se. They're channels that I like, and that's it. I guess gun channel per se would be AK Operators Union. I like what Robsky does. He does what the rest of us don't have the time or money to be able to do. I've seen a little bit of Demolition Ranch and stuff. They're pretty good. Nah, man, I'm just way behind. I was already behind and then had supplier issues and then the unexpected hospital stay and just all of it together has got me way behind where I don't want to be behind, and I'm got my head buried trying to get caught up. And other than my little situation with Ranger Green Edge tape right now, but there'll be a video on the UW Gear channel about that later tonight or tomorrow. Oh, I've got a laundry list of videos and projects I want to get done and show you guys. Just got to have the time and the money. And some of it I need people, and it's hard to coordinate all the people that I need to do it. Yeah, the only reason that's the case is because of the material it's made out of. A good gun safe, that's wide open. You just have to do your research on that and see what you find that works for you. All right, Black Dog, see you later. Have a good one. Yeah, I would, but I got too good of a thing down here with family, so. Dave, what's going on? Nope, we're actually just fixing to wrap up. Yeah, sorry about that, Dave. We've been going for 78 minutes now. Nothing in particular either, just kind of chatting and chewing the fat, bouncing all over the place with stuff. Blocking trolls. Been good stuff. %30. Shoot. I would love for it to be 30% humidity. That would be absolutely magical. All right, Farm Dad, have a good one. Shoot, we usually stay around 80 plus and 90% humidity. It all depends, Daniel. They've both got pros and cons. I mean, if all you had was a revolver, as long as you had ammo for it and did the exact same thing you do with any other gun, train and practice a lot with it, get good with it, nothing to worry about. You run what you got. I don't want to be on the receiving end of either one of them. All right, guys. think we've burned up the internet long enough. So I'm going to close it out here. I bet that was odd, Dave. I haven't seen departments carrying those in a long time. But you guys take care. We'll see what the next week brings as far as what kind of time I get next weekend to get out and get anything done. But I'll have a couple loaded up tonight. So should be a couple going live tomorrow or Tuesday, something like that. So you guys take care. I will catch y'all on another one, hopefully sooner rather than later. But be safe.